told you I like Logan. Me too. Canadians made headline news in the States.
Introducing first, from Dorado Beach, Puerto Rico, by way of Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 220 pounds, Logan Paul!
The Maverick, Logan Paul, entering his second elimination chamber matchup. What a Royal Rumble this young man had when he eliminated both CM Punk and AJ Styles. Beat Rey Mysterio to qualify tonight.
And carried Old Glory to the ring, much to the annoyance of this partisan Canadian crowd. But will Logan Paul taste glory in the chamber tonight? He is the ranked outsider based on resume, the only non-world champ in the field. But every time Logan Paul appears, he shocks us one way or another.
You come out with the American flag. Canada. It feels like luck is going to be in your favor. Fortune favors the bold. Shout out to America.
Logan Paul never heard a boo he didn't fall in love with. Absolutely fearless. And imagine the crescendo of booing if Logan Paul wins this damn thing and books his ticket to WrestleMania.
All going to be locked inside a pod.
Next, from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest!
Damian Priest has been in one other chamber match in his career, but he knows how important it is to win this match tonight and get to WrestleMania. He knows the magic of WrestleMania. Last year, he cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase on Drew McIntyre to win the World Championship on the grandest stage of all.
He also eliminated Drew McIntyre from this year's Royal Rumble, and Drew has not stopped banging on about it ever since. Desperate to get his hands on the former World Heavyweight Champion, the pride of Puerto Rico himself, Damian Priest.
The man who is now a key part of Friday Night SmackDown.
As you mentioned, Cole, the former Senor Money in the Bank, a man who knows how to get business done in the biggest moments. Well, it doesn't come much bigger than the Elimination Chamber and the prize for the winner of going on to challenge Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
This is the 23rd year there's been a men's Elimination Chamber match. The first one, of course, dating back in 2002. The return of the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, to win the championship that night in a legendary moment in Elimination Chamber history. Triple H has the record with 4 wins inside the Elimination Chamber. The record for most eliminations held by Chris Jericho, the man who invented this matchup. has been 13 years since CM Punk has stepped inside the Elimination Chamber. Back in 2012, he actually won this match. And now he's trying to earn the opportunity to face Cody Rhodes for the title. It would be his first world title match in 12 years. You know, I talked to Punk about this weight on the kickoff show yesterday. He's never main evented WrestleMania in his career, and I mentioned to Punk, as he gets older, the window shrinks and is getting smaller. He may be running out of time.
I agree with you on that, and one of the main reasons CM Punk left WWE for over 10 years at one point was the fact that in his eyes, he was not given opportunities to main event WrestleMania. Well, now your destiny is in your own hands, CM Punk, and there can be no complaints after tonight.
CM Punk was eliminated in the Rumble match by that man Logan Paul.
You mentioned that.
I mean, let's just say it how it is. It's a must-win for CM Punk.
Oh, you mentioned that window closing. I would argue that CM Punk, at least per the eyeball test, is in the best condition physically of his entire career, and the athletic performances in the latter half of 2024 back that up.
I agree 100%. Look what he did to Drew McIntyre inside Hell in a Cell.
I mean,
A combination of an unbelievable rivalry.
that is the absolute ultimate test. To be athletically sharper at the age of 46 than you were at 26 is unheard of in top-level athletics, but Punk has done that.
There's a vibe in here tonight, Stu. There's a vibe in here tonight. We got people over the shoulders. Let's pave the way to the dance. Let's do it, baby. Time to go to work.
Next, from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, John Cena!
The GOAT is here. John Cena has 10 months left in his WWE career. His final match inside Elimination Chamber. John Cena has won 3 chamber matches in his career, tied with Daniel Bryan, second of all time. 1 win behind the game, Triple H. Cena wins tonight and he pulls off the miracle. He goes to WrestleMania to face Cody Rhodes in an opportunity at a 17th in record-breaking World Championship.
You got your chapstick ready, Michael Cole.
Already
I know
have
you
it.
like kissing some John Cena ass.
Yeah,
I'm sure
your
it's gonna
lips
be
are
non-stop
blistering.
this evening.
weighing in at 275 pounds, Drew McIntyre!
Drew McIntyre is the defending champion inside Elimination Chamber. He won last year, went on to WrestleMania, beat Seth Rollins for the world title. Held it for 5 minutes, 34 seconds before Damian Priest cashed in the Money in the Bank. Twice in his career, Wade, McIntyre has won this event and could be the odds-on favorite.
Win the Elimination Chamber, go and main event WrestleMania and win the WWE Championship. All things McIntyre has done before. However, he's drawn the short straw tonight in the Elimination Chamber, and if he is going to go and do that once again, he has to do it from the very beginning of this matchup.
Yeah, and he'll start the matchup against Seth Rollins, the man he battled for the world title at WrestleMania last year. And guys, McIntyre's been very vocal about what he wants to do to John Cena in this match here tonight. Has not forgotten how Cena has dominated the scene back when McIntyre, and also yourself, Wade Barrett, came up here in WWE.
Yeah, there's certainly some burning issues inside McIntyre with regards to John Cena. And let's not forget, 5 men had to qualify for this elimination.
Oh, and look at this. Long-time rivalry between these two.
There's an obsession on one side.
We'll go back and make your point.
Well, my point was that 5 men in this match had to qualify. One man, John Cena, got a freebie, which has irritated those 2 men we just saw, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, more than anyone else. And I understand it. For me, it shows severe favoritism from management towards John Cena.
Well, first off, there's the man who eliminated Drew in the Rumble, Damian Priest. But to get back to your point, listen, if there's one man in the history of this industry that earned the opportunity to say, I want to be in the chamber match because it's best for business, it's John Cena. A 16-time world champion, the greatest of all time. For 20 straight years, this man was on top of the business. He gave everything he had to be here in WWE, and now he's paying back with this retirement tour to the great fans across the globe.
Oh, get that chapstick out, man. If we're going to do that for John Cena, why don't we just invite Stone Cold Steve Austin, Hulk Hogan, and whoever else you can list.
This coming from the man who tried to end John Cena's career when he was in the prime of it with you in the silly group Nexus.
Well, if I'd have managed the job, he wouldn't be in the chamber tonight, and this problem would go away. So I apologize, Planet Earth.
And from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 225 pounds, Seth freaking Rollins!
A man that has done it all, but has never won an Elimination Chamber.
Great shot of CM Punk contemplating the next hour or so of his life. Now, as we mentioned, both Drew McIntyre and Seth freaking Rollins, who are going to kick this thing off, are perhaps the most ardent haters of CM Punk on planet Earth.
Yeah, it is borderline obsession for Seth Rollins in the way that he feels about CM Punk. Punk just lets it roll off his back. Nothing bothers the man.
And that just irritates Seth freaking Rollins even more. CM Punk is a lifelong antagonist. But he does it with a certain panache, I must admit.
Seth freaking Rollins wearing a great pair of J's here tonight at the Elimination Chamber.
McIntyre Rollins will start things off. At regularly scheduled intervals, the pod will open, and the next man will enter. When you're eliminated via pinfall or submission, you head back to the locker room. Last man standing's going to WrestleMania, take on Cody Rhodes in the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship. A lot of history, Wade, between these two men.
Yeah, you're right. You mentioned it earlier. They were competing for the World Heavyweight Championship at last year's WrestleMania. They want a marquee matchup this year. Almost a Claymore attempt there.
And then a stomp attempt by Rollins. Remember McIntyre and what happened to him here in Toronto at Money in the Bank last year, Wade. It involved Rollins.
Yeah.
It involved Punk.
It was an absolute meltdown in the post-show area.
Yeah, you almost got to fight with your old friend. As Seth Rollins now hammers away on McIntyre.
Well,
That's a bite or a gouge of the eyes on McIntyre.
And again, no rules in this matchup. Disqualifications, countouts don't happen. Ropes don't cause breaks. Chamber can be used as a weapon. We saw a tremendous women's elimination match earlier tonight, won by Bianca Belair. She'll face either Rhea Ripley or Io Sky for the women's world title at WrestleMania.
every shot you take here early is going to linger with you for the rest of the match.
Yeah, and historically, Seth Rollins has had a multitude of back injuries. McIntyre knows that better than anybody and has immediately targeted that spine. And it's an easy win for McIntyre when you're surrounded by so much steel.
And as McIntyre continues to punish Rollins, I do want to make one other note on the
Shoving his face through the chain link. Incredibly uncomfortable, Isu.
one other note on the situation in the women's match. Our reporters have been trying to get some information, trying to track down Jade Cargill, get information on Naomi after the attack earlier tonight. No such luck. As Punk continues to bark at McIntyre.
McIntyre is so massive, he's such an intimidator, but CM Punk showing no signs of fear. And McIntyre with that distraction has allowed Rollins back into this thing.
They just broke the chamber. A light fell off from the inside with the force of Drew McIntyre's body. And then they're right there to the skin.
And CM Punk is just egging Rollins on.
Well, he's sport for choice on who he wants to taunt. Does he taunt Rollins? Does he taunt Drew McIntyre?
Here's an idea. Concentrate on the guy in the ring. Punk needs nothing to you right now.
Seth freaking Rollins has been a world champion. He's a revolutionary.
Rollins now launching himself off the top rope, and that knee caught McIntyre. Now Rollins looking for a big kick again. McIntyre's down, covered. To eliminate Drew with a kick out.
Logan Paul's over here drawing on his chamber.
He actually has a marker, Pat. You're right. He's actually drawing graffiti on his chamber here.
One side says OVO. Who knows what the other side says, but humble it says. Okay, humble and OVO. Obviously, Logan Paul's letting the world know he's having a good time out here.
Rollins up over the top. McIntyre now. Ooh, nice backbreaker by Drew. Cover now to try to eliminate Seth and a kick out. Again, so much pressure on everyone in this match. An opportunity to main event WrestleMania for the most prestigious prize in the industry, the undisputed WWE title. And speaking of that, Cody still has a decision to make tonight, guys.
Oh, yeah.
We understand that Cody Rhodes is still contemplating what to do about The Rock's offer.
Deep down, he knows.
Yeah, he already has the answer. We're just waiting to find out. Massive career consequences either way for Cody Rhodes, as indeed for the 6 competitors in this elimination chamber before our eyes.
Nice suplex by McIntyre.
That's 2 times now. Seth's been dropped on the outside on the steel.
Structure so well constructed, causing damage anywhere you look to the bodies of these people. Let me ask you, Cole, the guy who built the coal mine 15 years ago, was it the same guy who built the Elimination Chamber?
Yeah, it was, and nobody ever got in it, except Jerry at WrestleMania. But nonetheless, McIntyre now sending Seth Rollins across the ring. Oh, and a big kick right to the midsection of Seth.
There's great reactions there from McIntyre, as nimble as they come, despite that massive 270 pounds of snarling anger and vitriol.
Exposing the...
And you can hear Punk in the background just having fun with this.
Slingshot!
Oh no, right into the exposed steel to Pat's point. Right onto that trachea of Seth freaking Rollins, whose athleticism sets him apart from the pack.
It's been quite a beatdown here of Seth Rollins by Drew McIntyre.
Or the throat to us layman.
I'm a scientist, pal.
You are, marine biologist.
Just trying to school you up, you know.
Who's going to be the third of the matchup? Here comes the Punisher. Damian Priest enters the chamber. McIntyre and Priest now make their home on Friday nights. Priest and McIntyre exchanging blows in the center of the ring.
Big time rights.
We're going to need a lot of Novocaine after this match.
Two biggest dudes in the chamber. McIntyre has been livid ever since the Royal Rumble and his elimination at the hands of the Street King.
Martial arts expert Priest
Can deliver a kick and a punch into a keyhole.
into the corner.
Damian Priest, former member of the Judgment Day. On SmackDown, trying to earn his way to WrestleMania.
Flatliner by Priest follows it up with a clothesline.
Just been sheer punishment from the off, from the Punisher of SmackDown himself, Damian Priest.
Priest just so powerful.
Hey, yo!
Looking for the Razor's Edge, paying homage to his idol, the late great Razor Ramon.
Everybody loves a bad guy, especially in the Elimination Chamber.
Who's in machismo?
And Priest now. Oh, and he runs right in. Is that a Glasgow kiss? The headbutt by McIntyre.
Great reactions from McIntyre.
Now a neck breaker by McIntyre. And a kip up now by Drew.
Too big to be doing that stuff.
Oh, we've described this man before as a Terminator.
Great veteran Wiles here.
Absolute machine. Calling for a Claymore. Rollins beats him with a kick to the face.
Yeah, too much danger, too many angles to cover. Wait a second.
From the south of heaven, Rollins lands on his feet. Kick right to the knee now by Seth. Now a kick to the face.
There's that otherworldly athleticism of Seth Rollins that is the ultimate equalizer.
Spinebuster by McIntyre.
He's looking to stomp Damian Priest. Drew McIntyre's spine busts him in half.
Rollins now. Sent into Priest, cover by McIntyre to eliminate Seth, and a kick out by Rollins.
And I've been impressed with the pacing of Drew McIntyre thus far. He knows he has to go the distance if he's going to win this thing. He has a hair-trigger temper. He's pretty much kept it under wraps and has paced himself perfectly thus far. You can't blow yourself up in the first 10 minutes of this thing.
The men in the chamber have been treating it differently. CM Punk chilling, Logan Paul warming up, John Cena seemingly in the match already.
And Wade Barrett, of course, knows what he's talking about. He's been in 3 of this dangerous matches in his career. So hard to win one of these things, isn't it?
So hard to get a single elimination in my case. This thing is absolute torture.
Rollins top rope now. Look at the core strength of McIntyre.
But I'll tell you right now, all of the chambers that I were in were never as star-studded with the caliber of competitors we have here tonight. Every single one of these men, bona fide main event at WrestleMania tier, but any one of them's getting it.
Who will be the 4th man enter the chamber? The Maverick, Logan Paul, enters the chamber for the 2nd time in his career, much to the chagrin of the crowd here in Toronto.
Love him or loathe him, he's always appointment viewing.
Because of this.
Oh, off the top rope, cross body, springboard cover on McIntyre. Logan Paul almost eliminated Drew.
Such an absolute natural at this game, and that infuriates those of us who've had to work for years.
Sandy Moonsault cover now on Priest for the win and a kick out. Wait, have you ever seen anyone take to the business as quickly as someone like Logan Paul?
Absolutely not. It's unheard of. He's had about 10 to 15 matches in his entire career and has competed and held his own against the likes of Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and the list keeps on growing, and he's never once looked out of his depth.
Oh, great move by Logan Paul off the neck breaker. Cover now on Rollins. Hooks the leg. Kick out at 2.
If you talk to Logan, he said he's right where he's supposed to be amongst these world champions in this elimination chamber.
Pat, you're one of those guys that exploded on the scene, had a couple of great matches early on. I mean, it's pretty amazing what Paul's doing.
Absolutely, the durability, the evolution, continuing to only get better and better.
Now some ringing in Logan's ears now as he's set up over the top rope, and now Damian Priest, who's no interest in Logan Paul's podcast or anything else he's doing. Damian in the prime of his career.
See what you did there?
And now a big chop by Priest.
Look, a lot of these outsiders to our industry, they come along, they have a match or two, and then they're done because it is so damn painful in there. Logan Paul knows all about that. We can see it right before our eyes, but he continues to compete.
And I talked to Triple H, who again has a record of 4 victories inside Elimination Chamber. He said you just can't calculate how many months and years that this match will take off your career. As you see Priest now, shades of the Hall of Famer, The Undertaker, going old school.
What?
Undertaker never did that. Hurricane Rana by Priest.
I wonder why Take never did a Hurricane Rana with a big right from Logan Paul.
Again, that titanium loaded right hand of Logan Paul struck there.
The biggest puncher in the game. He and his brother rule the fight game, and that's just one of the gifts that Logan Paul has.
Logan now measuring Rollins, who catches him with a kick. Logan got a bit overzealous. Cover now by Seth for the elimination. Logan just stays alive.
Logan was looking for another massive right to put Seth Rollins out of the Elimination Chamber. Might have telegraphed it a little bit too much, especially amongst the vets here in this match.
Cena and Punk remain locked in the pods. Who will be number 5? There's no eliminations yet in this match.
There's CM Punk and Cena chomping at the bit to get into the action.
And here comes John Cena. John Cena enters the final elimination match of his career. 10 months remain until he retires from WWE. Couple of shoulder tackles by Cena. And AA to Priest, turning back the clock. John Cena takes out Paul. And the GOAT is on a roll with an AA to Rollins. John Cena with a 5-knuckle shuffle. And Cena now with Logan Paul up. Cena looks to put him away. The attitude adjustment. And McIntyre with a Claymore.
That could be it for Cena's last time.
And now Priest throwing up McIntyre. And he got it. No. And I'll explain to you what happened there.
Drew McIntyre has been eliminated.
What happened there, Wade, is McIntyre has made such a point over the last number of weeks that he wanted to embarrass, that he wanted to eliminate, that he wanted to take out John Cena. He turned his attention after the Claymore to John, who had rolled under the bottom rope, and Priest took advantage. Massive mental mistake by Drew McIntyre.
And we're about to see a meltdown of epic proportions. McIntyre.
Claymore to Priest. McIntyre's been eliminated. Get him out of the damn chamber, Chad.
This is classic Drew McIntyre. Takes his eye off the ball, gets distracted, gets eliminated, and now throws a tantrum.
So, Wade, who's he going to blame now? Who's Drew going to blame now?
Is he going to blame you, Wade?
Come on, Wade. Is he going to blame Cole? Excuses.
We're going to focus back on the matchup here and worry about Drew McIntyre a little later, but that was a disaster for the Scottish Warrior, and there will be hell to pay, I promise you, for Damian Priest after that elimination.
Wait a minute,
again.
Logan Paul, top rope. Logan Paul's going to the top of the pod. Logan Paul from the top of the pod. And the Maverick with a frog splash to Priest. Priest may be hurt. Here's the cover. And he got him. Logan Paul eliminated Damian Priest.
What a frog splash.
Damian Priest has been eliminated.
What a frog splash from the top of the chamber.
In a space of about 60 seconds, the complexion of the match changed with 2 eliminations. First McIntyre, and this spotlight addict, Logan Paul, hitting the frog splash, bang to the ribs of the Street King, who is done.
Well, there are 4 men left in this match. Punk is yet to enter. He will in 15 seconds. Logan Paul's in there. John Cena's in there. Seth Rollins is in there. And now Punk, who was eliminated by Logan Paul at the Royal Rumble, gets a chance of revenge now. Doors open. Here comes Punk. Punk goes after Paul, and we're underway. Everybody's into the matchup. 2 eliminations thus far. One of these 4 men are going to WrestleMania.
Punk's been waiting since Rumble for this.
Suplex to Paul outside. CM Punk has not had a world title match in 12 years. And a big running knee to Logan Paul.
He's drawn the luckiest number in this match, number 6. Clearly the freshest man. Your destiny is in your hands, Punk.
Yeah, the man who's never made a minute in WrestleMania.
And he'll never get a better opportunity than the one that has been presented to him now. Carcass is lying around the ring. There's 3 men
Bang!
to beat. And all 3 look to be down and perhaps out.
Punk is fired up.
The hell is CM Punk up to here?
He's pointing at the WrestleMania sign, Wade. That's where Punk believes he's going to go, to face Cody Rhodes for the championship.
There's another man who believes he's heading there too.
That's John Cena.
If you can see him, he sees his future.
Future, this is also the past. John Cena and CM Punk had one of the most amazing rivalries of all time, battling for the championship. The night that Punk won and walked out of Chicago with the title. Legendary stuff between these 2 men. Only one of them can go to Mania. Only one of them can main event. Will Cena get an opportunity at a 17th title? Will Punk main event Mania for the very first time?
The chamber is yours, boys.
Oh! Seth Rollins, the man that is absolutely obsessed with CM Punk. And now John Cena. Uh-oh.
He's mine. I know you've been gone a long time. Why don't you go back and film some more movies? His ass is mine. Stay out of it.
He's in the Elimination Chamber match, Seth.
That's not how this works at all, Rollins.
And he knows that. Seth Rollins now looking for the pedigree on John Cena. Cena able to get out of it. Rollins up top. Seth Rollins now fights out of the AA. Rollins delivers a right hand. Cena with a right of his own.
Come on,
Meanwhile, Logan Paul takes advantage with a double clothesline. Man, he is so wise beyond his years, isn't he?
Yeah, it's all about time in a move like that. The athletic potential, of course, we know is there. The timing, though, is something else. Wait till your opponents drop their guard and then hit this.
And there it is. Oh, went for it. Punk able to counter. Went for a neck breaker. Big slap to Paul now. And now, CM Punk promised that Paul was going to go to sleep. GTS connects. Punk cover. And we are down to 3.
Logan Paul has been eliminated.
Thought there was a chance Logan Paul was going to win the Elimination Chamber and head to WrestleMania. That's what Logan Paul does, but instead, exactly what CM Punk said was going to happen, happens.
CM Punk out here burying the dreams of the Maverick. And now with 2 more victories in this match, CM Punk goes to the main event of WrestleMania.
The men inside this ring have held 26 world championships among them.
Last time CM Punk was a world champion, eggs were 191 a dozen. It's been a hell of a long time, Michael Cole.
How much are they now?
Well, there was no bird flu then either.
About 12, I think. $12 a dozen, I think.
You actually
I don't do
shop
the
for
shopping.
yourself?
My missus does the shopping.
An egg is $1?
I buy the beers, she buys the eggs, etc.
Incredible moment inside the Elimination Chamber. 3 all-time greats. I guarantee you that all 3 of these men will be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame when all is said and done.
The WWE Universe trying to figure out who they're going to chant for.
Cena has made it clear. He has 10 months left. He's had a lot of miles on this road. The demand has been more than ever. Cena has been pulled in so many different directions over the past couple of years. He understands that tonight is an uphill battle. But can John Cena at least stall Father Time here tonight? Or will CM Punk main event his first WrestleMania? Or will Seth Rollins return to the world title picture?
What is this?
It is a double team! Pants of homage to Canada!
Well, heart attack right there, executed to perfection.
Now we can get down. Yeah.
John Cena's journey to the end began in this city of Toronto last summer. And he told the world that Money in the Bank, that 2025 would be his retirement tour. He returns to the city tonight with an opportunity to get back to WrestleMania and perhaps win a 17th in record-setting world title.
John Cena hasn't won at WrestleMania in 8 years.
Hell yeah.
Absolute show of respect before the punches fly, and here we go. Punk and Cena, who have been such a fabric of this company in many different ways over the past couple of decades. John Cena with a shoulder tackle. Trying to turn back the hands of time one more time. Punk, nice takedown of Cena into the corner now. Punk with a running knee, caught John hard in the jaw.
These two going for broke. They know each other's offense inside and out.
That's a
it's
great
counter
point.
for counter.
Down in the middle of the ring.
We knew Cena was going to get to this.
Punk went for the kick. John Cena able to turn it around, looking perhaps for a half crab. Punk able to turn onto his back, kick Cena back toward the corner. John now in position for the GTS. Punk went for the go to sleep. Cena countered. Cena countered. Center of the ring. STF coming. There's Punk and a tap.
There's no other way out than a reversal for CM Punk. No road breaks, nothing can help you. How badly do you want this WrestleMania main event, Punk?
Does John Cena have a little bit of magic left? Is Punk gonna tap?
It's locked in tight. I've been in this before, sheer agony, but Punk willing his way out of that thing.
And now into the Anaconda Vice. Punk looking for the Vice, looking to tap Cena out now. CM Punk with the Anaconda Vice locked in. What is Cena gonna do? Now rolls through, shoulders down, great move by John, forces the break.
So much at stake, neither man willing to give any quarter.
That was vintage Punk there with that swinging neck breaker.
Vintage Cena, vintage Punk. You're talking about perfection in here. At the Elimination Chamber.
Two of the best in history, rolling back the clock, rolling back the years to try and achieve what they believe is their destiny.
Punk now to the top rope, CM Punk looking to take out John Cena. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins back to his feet, and Punk turns his attention to Rollins to take Rollins out again.
Good idea by CM Punk.
Well, you've got John Cena down, put him away for good.
Punk now off the top rope, John Cena roll through.
No way.
You want to talk about vintage? The powerful John Cena powering Punk up into the position. Yeah. And a ton adjustment. Come on, John. Cover on Punk. Punk kicks out at two.
John Cena has looked stupendous this evening.
Well, CM Punk has shown that dogged determination, refusal to be denied in the overwhelming might of John Cena, pulling out his greatest hits, perhaps his greatest hit of them all, the attitude adjustment, landing flush on the spine of Punk. But Punk is not going down without a major fight, not with WrestleMania on the line.
38,493 on hand. John Cena, is he at the point of desperation? when he could not put Punk away with the attitude adjustment. And now Rollins, as John Cena took a little bit too much time trying to get to the top rope. John not comfortable up there for a lot of his career. And now Seth Rollins turns his attention to John and tries to end John's streak. Rollins looking for a buckle bomb into the chamber. Oh, through the pod.
And now perhaps Seth Rollins gets what he really wants. A little breathing room and an opportunity to start slaying some bodies.
Yeah, the opportunity to get back at the man that he really wants to get his hands on, Wade.
Now, there's been two major moments in this match where Seth Rollins has allowed himself to get completely distracted by the presence of CM Punk. Now, he can really do some damage.
But Wade, now he can turn his attention to your point to Rollins. With Cena out of the equation for now, Rollins can completely turn his obsession to CM Punk.
A CM Punk who is in a complete heap, a mess in that ring.
And Punk now rolling Rollins up. Shoulders are down, almost had him. Rollins kick to the midsection. Went to the pedigree. Punk going for the GTS. Rollins rake of the eyes. Pedigree by Rollins. Right in the middle of the ring. Cover now. All the way down to 2. No, kick by Punk.
Wow, hats off to CM Punk, showing the kind of durability that could well propel him to victory. He's been in an STF, he's taken an attitude adjustment, and now a pedigree, and somehow the dreams of Punk and his millions of fans on planet Earth live on, perhaps by a thread, but yes, they're still alive.
Seth freaking Rollins.
And again, turn his attention to the man that he hates more than anybody on this planet. CM Punk.
Standing over top of CM Punk.
Punk
Alpha-ing CM Punk.
Punk returned a year and a half ago. Rollins made it pretty plain and clear he didn't want Punk here. Never forget what Punk said about this company and about him when he left. And now Rollins outside the ring, looking in, CM Punk with a pedigree. Punk, though, able to backdrop Seth back into the ring.
Yeah, that would have been over had Punk's cranium connected on that steel on the outside of the chamber with a pedigree. No one's kicking out of that. Punk realized it, got out of there, and now, with the wind in his sails, looking to put Seth away.
Yeah, but Seth back to his feet. Rollins climbs the rope up top. Rollins now went for a superplex. Punk dropped him on his face.
Punk was like waiting for that from Seth freaking Rollins.
And now CM Punk from up top.
Oh, yeah!
He'll deliver the elbow to Rollins. Punk may have hurt himself as well.
Dream always rises to the top.
Remember, Seth Rollins started this match. Cena and Punk entered 5 and 6.
CM Punk looking to put Seth freaking Rollins to sleep like he did Logan Paul.
Now lifting up Rollins up for the GTS. Rollins, though, looking to slip out yet again, and he does, rolls through. Punk's shoulders are down, stacks him up. Wait a minute. Rollins gonna power Punk up
And then
deliver a buckle bomb. In position for the stop. Rollins into the cover on Punk for the win, and a kick out at 2 by Punk, and Rollins now is incensed.
this is what CM Punk can do. He can take your best shot and still kick out. It's why he's the best in the world. Seth freaking Rollins needs to keep the foot on the gas.
Well, CM Punk has taken about 5 best shots already in this matchup. The moniker best in the world carries some real weight once again in the year 2025.
And I got to question Seth Rollins here in a moment about his strategy, as Rollins now is heading up to the second rope, maybe looking for a super stomp on CM Punk. John Cena quickly back into the ring. Seth Rollins down on his shoulders. John Cena now. Cena looking for an AA. Seth trying to fight out of this. CM Punk now with Rollins up for a go to sleep.
Into a
AA. Cover by Punk. We are down to Punk and Cena. And the point I was going to make was this.
Seth Rollins has been eliminated.
When Rollins sent Cena through the pod, he had a golden opportunity with John out for a number of minutes to drag him to the ring way and make the cover and put Cena away. He didn't do that. He turned his attention to Punk, and this obsession with Punk just cost Seth Rollins this match.
It's bitterness and animosity. 15 years of hatred inside Seth Rollins has cost him. On 3 separate occasions in this matchup, Seth Rollins' egos got in his way of victory.
And now, Cena and CM Punk. Both viewing tonight
Let us turn back the clock, Pat.
as a necessary win.
Some 15 years to one of the great rivalries in WWE history. Oh no! Cena got picked out of the air. Oh! GTS going to sleep on John. John stays in it.
John, we're gonna shake CM Punk's hand.
We've already had that part, John. Never drop your guard. You are inches, millimeters away from WrestleMania.
Cena! AA to Punk! Cover for John to go to WrestleMania! Punk kicks out!
2.99.
99999.
2 combatants running on fumes, driven on nothing but the pursuit of glory and what they see as their destiny.
2 legends, 2 icons, 2 Hall of Famers, 1 shot at WrestleMania.
Cena now trying to drag Punk. Punk trying to fight out of this. Remember, ropes don't force any sort of break, but may give you some relief like Punk showed there.
They give you some leverage. Oh, wait!
Oh, stop!
Oh, God.
A stomp by Seth Rollins!
A stomp onto the steel outside of
And
the
John Cena
chamber.
now! A desperate Cena! A desperate Cena! Dragging Punk, center of the ring! STF is in! Rollins with a stomp to Punk! Punk is fading! CM Punk is fading! Punk trying to survive! Rollins looking on!
Punk's faded here.
Punk may be out!
There's no fighting him.
The official's right there! Seth Rollins just screwed CM Punk! John Cena's going to WrestleMania!
Here is your winner, John Cena!
John Cena has tied Triple H with his 4th win inside Elimination Chamber. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the face of that generation will face the face of this generation at WrestleMania.
Well, the smiles do not tell the full story on how this one went down. Let's go back and watch some of the carnage we witnessed a little earlier. Got messy immediately, and then the big hitter Logan Paul started chewing up the opposition, throwing the Street King around with abandon.
Thought Logan Paul was gonna be able to steal it, but instead catches an attitude adjustment. Then Drew McIntyre would Claymore Cena. Damian Priest would do a quick roll-up.
But again, guys, this match was so much about personal rivalries and obsession. Drew's obsession with Cena cost him.
Those egos getting in the way, but once again, a spotlight highlight reel moment from the Maverick, getting Priest out of this match, and then we were down to 4, and things were looking so good for Logan Paul until he met himself. A go-to-sleep courtesy of CM Punk right to the point of the jaw. You ain't getting up from that one, pal.
And then Seth Rollins would make a critical error. He had John Cena out to lunch when he put Cena through the pod, but didn't take advantage.
And a heart attack
to the Hart Foundation. And again, this is the point I was making right here, guys. Seth Rollins drives Cena through the pot. Cena was down and out. Seth could have put Cena away here but his obsession with Punk cost him.
When you're bitter, when you're angry, you can't have a strategy because your vision is clouded by red mist. It looked like Seth freaking Rollins had got the job done against his most bitter of nemesis, CM Punk, until CM Punk proved he's still made of different stuff to the rest of them.
And then Seth Rollins, well, he'd be eliminated by his arch nemesis, CM Punk and John Cena with an AA.
The ultimate 1-2 combo. Seth Rollins was done, but it would appear not quite dusted in this one. And just when CM Punk was getting involved with John Cena, out of nowhere comes the stomp. The head of Punk connected with a steel on the outside of the chamber, leaving the easiest task in the world to John Cena.
John Cena, desperate to make it to WrestleMania's main event for a final time in his career, would take advantage of the stop and lock in the STF. And as Seth Rollins looked on, John Cena punched his ticket to WrestleMania.